Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Wayback Wednesday Gaming. I'm joined by my friend Star Saver.
I am here because
Yes,
I am here.
yes. At least you're not that man over there.
I'm not that man over there. Like, well, see, it's funny because I did make that was an anime reference. I just didn't make it right.
Right, right. um.
Oh, this.
So yeah, what was that?
I said, what's on the docket?
Yeah. Tonight we're gonna look at a Super Nintendo game. One I loved playing as a kid. I still enjoy playing it. For the most part, I find it fairly relaxing. Like it's one of those things where it's just like, okay, we'll calm down with that game. But it's still an action platformer in some
And it
ways,
is.
as well as other things. And I'll just load it up, let the music play for a second, and then we'll talk about what it is if you're not familiar with it. So.
And
And if you can read on the bottom, you know what it is.
now, this is a game.
Yes,
Freaking
ActRaiser
ActRaiser.
from Enix, not Square Enix, because it wasn't them at the time. It was Enix. They were a separate company, and Quintet. It was two different companies that helped design it and work together. Quintet might sound familiar because they had three. There was a fairly famous known Quintet trilogy. What's up, Gundam? Which were three different games that were on the SNES. One or two of which might show up on the show because they are great, but they're also really long RPGs.
Now you see, I'm actually in the minority because my Quintet game is actually RoboTrek.
Oh yeah.
That game is really bad, but I love it. I wouldn't call it bad. It's just not amazing.
Right. Anyway, ActRaiser. ActRaiser is a pretty fun game. It's its own genre.
Yeah. At the time,
Like,
there was never anything like it, and honestly, I don't.
There
think there's
still
anything-
isn't anything like it. You know.
Like, I have never seen another game like this. I mean, I suppose something like Populous, but Populous
Even
doesn't
that,
have,
it's
it
not
doesn't
the
ha-
same.
it's
You
not
know.
the same. It doesn't have the
Which
the action
Populous
platforming.
is a fucking old ass game that I showed on the show on the Amiga, but you can still go buy it on the 3DS today.
That's true. That's true.
So it's one of those weird games that just survived everything. It's like,
Now-
we're
now
gonna
for-
keep this game going.
Now, for what you don't know is we're actually playing God in this game.
Right. That's kind of something that took me a while to realize. Tanzra's the enemy there. Apparently, he was able to steal my power away, and the world's in chaos and ruled by monsters. So we got to change that. So this is kind of your home screen. Just to show, here's like kind of an overview of the world. We're in this little sky palace, moves around. I'm actually assuming I could go to like here and fight the boss first. I've never tried it.
Is that where the final boss is?
No, the final boss isn't on the map until you do everything else.
That's right.
Final
that's
boss
right.
shows up here once other things
Right,
happen.
right. Once you've done all the things that you need to do.
Right. But anyway, you start in Fillmore. Yeah, you get to move around and do all that.
You could observe the people, but there are no people.
Right. So yeah, this is kind of, you get your status of things, whatnot. A lot of these you don't need for the game. You can save, and message speed is actually something that's useful to speed up.
Does it need to go faster?
Yeah. So yeah, up here you're mainly gonna use Sky Palace, fight, and select magic. Like the others, you don't really need a whole lot. Observe the people if you need to go back to it. So yeah, we're gonna go fight the monsters. That's the only thing we can do right now. So
Are you ready?
So the whole idea is you actually take a
I
physical
heard you
form.
like mode 7.
Yep, get ready for the mode 7. But yeah, the whole idea is you come down to take a physical form and kill all the monsters so people can start living here and prosper again.
what I think is very interesting, you take your physical form, which means you possess the statue.
Right. And
Which
it's always
I think
the
is just kinda
same
cool because
statue.
it means that
everywhere.
everybody has worshipped you before.
Right.
It's a very competent action platformer, honestly.
Yeah, it's kind of Ghouls and Ghosts like in terms of the jump, but it's actually very fluid too.
Now, is this one of those
Like-
ones where you have to where you can't really control your trajectory?
Well, you can a little bit. Like, you see, if I just jump and I hold it, I jump. If I let go, it shortens it, but I still go forward. And if I hold backwards, it stops it. But I can't.
Okay. So
I can't relate. Now
it's a
you
little
can't
weird.
jump backwards, but you have to jump first. So it actually does feel very fluid, but some of the jumps can be a little tricky just because of how they work.
Now, this is one of those weird games where you can't quite tell, simply because like it's a little the game play's a little weird, but
Right.
by no means bad.
Right. It's very fluid. The attack, there's like almost a weird delay to it, but at the same time,
That Castlevania thing going on.
right. At the same time, there seems like there's a small delay, but it works. It's fluid, It's like,
Oh,
oh
yeah.
yeah. Then you got these dancing trees,
Now, can he kill you?
I don't believe so.
Because he looks angry enough to kill you.
Yeah. And now we're at the boss already.
Which is a giant knight centaur.
Yep.
Which, God, you don't really see centaurs too much in gaming. Like
No?
the
So,
biggest
yeah,
one I
he does
remember was,
this. It's
Shiny
easy
Force.
pattern. Like,
Back when game bosses had a pattern.
well, it's not even a pattern. Like, the attacks he'll do is random, but it's those 3 attacks. So,
Oh, okay.
he can pretty much never hit you all the way on the left side. You just sit there and go in easily. But yeah.
And now we start to the very strange
So
portion of this game.
that's half the game. Is there's 2 acts per level. There's 6 levels plus the final thing. And you go fight, and then now you come to a SimCity-like game. But it's still more action-oriented.
Yeah, it's really, really weird. Yes, people of Fillmore.
So, yeah, we gotta-
worship us.
We have to protect them from monsters as they grow. And eventually they'll seal the monsters' lairs, and then we can, move on and let them grow more and whatnot. They'll come in every now and say, hey, we have things doing stuff. Like this one's just saying, mini bushes and lightning, kind of telling you what to do. So yeah, here's a new menu though. This one has a little more options. So that one goes back to where we were at the beginning. That one moves it like normal. Direct the people. You can listen to them, which is what just happened. Or we can tell them where to build. This is one you're going to be using a ton. And you guide them how they're going to build their towns and roads, and they'll build like that. As you see, there's bats and other things flying around.
Yeah, you still have to shoot monsters. In this.
Yeah. So is that you have miracles. You can send lightning, rain, sunshine, wind, and you can even cause an earthquake. I recommend don't cause an earthquake.
Yeah, generally your people hate you for that.
It'll destroy houses, like all of them, and how
Honestly,
yeah.
a miracle like that is something I feel like they put in the game just so people would
It
be able
has
to
a
screw with
use.
people. So
It has a use. We might
I mean,
get to
then
it.
again, lightning. You just like ha.
Yeah. Lightning will, kill enemies if they're on the path and destroy like bushes and things. Sunshine will like melt snow in the snow levels. There's rain will get
also-
rid of the desert.
Yeah, and I think you also have to do things like so it's like, oh hey, bring us rain for our crops. Things like that.
Right. There's things like that. Yeah, as you see, there's monsters flying around. There's 2 types on the first stage, but there are more that go around. These bats, they will kind of run up to a house and just kind of steal all the people out of it and fly off with them. So you kind of have to shoot them before they do that, kind of a defender style thing.
Yeah.
So they've now mastered hunting. So they're like, oh yeah, we can fight monsters now. So anytime they get close to a monster's lair, they will seal it.
Yeah, I completely forgot about like the actual monsters coming out in this.
Right.
I mean, I completely forgot.
So,
And now they will give you things.
Right. They give us things they find. Now you can let it go with that, but it'll wait till this builds and then build a road to the left. But I don't want to wait. I just want to kill all the monsters first. So that's a little quicker to speed that up. Now that enemy, the little white devil, it will actually summon a lightning bolt and just completely decimate a house. Just
hey,
burn to ash.
That's a god miracle.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Ritz? So these give you a lot of hints for things too in the maps.
Oh, come on, Ritz. You can hang around and act it up with us.
Yeah. I think he's got stuff he has to do Wednesday nights.
Yeah, I'm sure he does, but I was just messing with him.
So he says he feels the presence of something holy radiating from the woods east.
Which means you're gonna solve your problems with lightning.
Well, yeah, I think they have to actually build there to do it. Like, yeah, they actually have to develop in that area.
Well, that doesn't mean you're not solving your problems with lightning.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, you gotta basically fly around and keep protecting your town.
I would like to see another game like this.
Right. There's the bat trying to steal the people. So yeah, it can get, oh yeah, this is something that random happens too.
Oh, fire?
Yep, fire is broken out. So they need a rain. So we send rain to drench the fire.
So can you send the rain down in Africa?
Yep.
Let the rain down in Africa. If I can remember that song, I don't. But it's probably good, so that way we don't.
Yeah.
We don't get like copyright struck.
Right. We don't want to do that. So yeah. I will say this copy of the ROM I have, like that I'm playing on, seems like it's a little harder than the one I remember having as a kid.
Huh.
Like I don't remember the monsters being this active.
Well, I mean, honestly, it probably was. The monsters probably were this active, because I mean, honestly, I don't remember it either.
Well, I mean, I'm wondering if there was like an easy type that I ended up having compared to, you know. The
well, you
normal
know, they kind of did a lot of that stuff in Japan, where they would release crappy easier versions for us dumb gaijin.
Right. So I don't know if there was like an easy type that happened to be out. So my level has increased. Yeah, basically the houses and the people that grow are your experience. So the better you protect your people and grow them, the more levels you get.
Which means the more people worshiping you, the better of a god you are.
Yeah, the more people worshiping you, the stronger you are. That's a good way to put it. So yeah, once this bat gets sealed, it's a little easier because then you can just sit here.
Oh yeah, it's like just shoot them as they're coming out.
Right. Alright, so what's happening here? Magic power radiating from the big rock.
Which big rock?
I know which one it's talking about. I'm just waiting.
Now I don't remember, but are these events are they randomized or what?
Somewhat random, somewhat not. Like it depends on the event. Like the fire is pretty much completely random. But that most of the things that have hints about the map you're on are always gonna happen.
Oh yeah. Like it's like, oh hey, we should go there and like.
Right. That one, the whole rock and the thing from the woods east, those will always happen. But like I've played through this level on this particular ROM, and no fire happen, you know. Strange bow and arrows. More things to tell me. They've acquired a new skill and can now build bridges. So yeah, you couldn't build bridges till now, so they couldn't get across this river to kill this guy.
You don't want to claim your offering?
I will in a second.
Yeah, if I remember right, you have to get your civilizations to a certain level, and they'll give you like a magic or something.
That's some of the things. Like, I think the magic is actually the thing in the woods.
Oh, okay. I know that if you get them to a certain level, they will do things for you.
Right.
I guess I thought it was magic, but I mean, hey, it's been a while since I played this game.
So yeah, I want to go kill this thing though. Now normally though, once you seal the final monster lair is when the second boss appears and you have to go down and fight again.
What do you mean normally?
Normally. There's one or two things where it's when you do certain other things.
Oh, okay.
You know, it depends on the map and thing you're on.
Oh, right.
Yay, another level. So yeah, in the top right it tells you the population. I'm at 218. I'll level when it's 400.
Your next level is 400.
Right. So yeah, now it's gonna seal that, and then I'll do a few more things, and we'll go fight the second boss.
Yeah, I do think that's interesting. Like, it's like, oh hey, this is how you do boss fights in this game. I thought that was super cool.
Yeah.
And there goes the monster lair.
All right.
No, the thing is, it says they have sealed it without your help.
Right.
Like, can you help them?
Well, there is one item in the game that will seal a monster lair, but it's a one-time use, and it has a specific monster lair it's supposed to be used on.
Oh, okay.
There is also, I believe, a finite amount of monsters that will spawn. And if for some reason you decide to sit there and kill the 1,000 bats from that monster lair, it will destroy itself.
Oh, okay.
1,000 though.
The things gamers find.
Actually,
like
yeah. Something strange is happening to the guy. He's having nightmares. Big hole in the southeast. Blah 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 blah. You know. So
we will
this big hole has now appeared out of nowhere after you seal that layer.
Yeah, because you still have to smash the rock, don't you?
Yeah, that's the rock right there.
Okay, that's not very obvious.
No, it's not, but magic token. Yeah.
Does that increase your magic?
Well, yeah, it's combat magic. In this,
right.
Your miracles do cost spell points, which is in the top right, SP 40 of 60. But I think that's more just to stop people from saying, "Oh yeah, let me cause an earthquake on the first level and not know what I'm doing." You know, because I mean, like some things you can't do yet. Like I think this costs like 100 maybe.
Right. Do you regenerate your SP?
Yes. So you see that red hourglass at the top?
Yes.
That's the timer of development. Every time that fills up is when a new development cycle happens, where people can, you know, city under construction type deal. And it also refills your magic and whatnot. So, okay, so these people have all been offering me a whole bunch of stuff. So this is how you get it. You go and take the offering. It's got Strength of Angel, Bomb, Bridge, and Magical Fire.
Which one are you taking?
Well, you can take them all. Like, there's no limit.
I was going to say, and you're probably going to take them all.
Right. So the Strength of Angel, it's a buff for your angel. You use it, and you start fighting harder. Like, your arrows do more damage.
Oh, okay, it's a limit, but it's a limited use item.
Right, right. It's a 30-second or a minute buff or something. The bomb instant kills everything on the angel screen, and the bridge is the technology, so you can give that to a different civilization. So as you see in a few minutes, because I'm about to go up to the Sky Palace and whatnot and fight. Now I have magic I can select, so I have fire.
But you only get one magic per like time when you go down.
For now,
Yeah.
you can upgrade that. So yeah, now I'll fight monsters. I don't think I have to move that. I'm not sure.
Yeah, as I said, I didn't think you had to actually move.
I
on
always
top
did
of
as
it.
a kid, so it's just kind of habit. But
I
yeah,
like the,
you can
I
even
like the
see.
bird island down there.
Yeah, you can even see though how it actually captures what your town looked like on that zoom in, which is kind of cool.
Which is really cool and interesting for
Right.
for a game of this.
For a game back on the SNES, it's like, oh wait a minute.
Like you wouldn't think the SNES had that kind of memory.
Right. So yeah, now we get the fun little level where actually I don't even have magic to use. Like there's
Oh,
two
so you
different
actually-
things
you
you have to
actually
have.
need magic.
Yeah, you have to have magic points, which I didn't get any, and you have to have the magic itself.
That's okay. Just solve your problems the old-fashioned way.
Yeah,
With
you
the-
don't
with the
need magic on
broadsword
this.
to the face.
Don't need magic on this level. The magic I have doesn't help a whole lot. So
I
now
don't
that
know.
is one thing you can. Most enemy attacks you can actually swipe down with your sword.
Oh yeah, you can block them with your sword. That's nice.
Yeah, I do like those little orb ones. I can destroy with my sword if I wanted to. I've done so in a lot of them. It's just kind of. This also was a branching path. I could have gone instead of going that up path. I could have gone to the right way earlier, and that brings me to a different area.
Is that the red demon from from
Not quite as annoying.
Oh god, I hate those things.
The Aramers.
Yeah, the Aramers.
Yeah. Yeah, that one I can't destroy, but yeah. Now a mini boss.
Tank those hits like a man.
Yeah, you gotta be a little careful.
Are these spikes instant death?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. Because that's a very important thing to know in a game like this.
I'm not sure. It might just be damage, but I believe most of it's instant death.
See, in a more difficult game, those would be shooting fireballs at you.
Oh, they do. They're just very slow on their pattern.
Oh, okay.
Like if I sit here for a minute, you'll see. See, they roll fireballs down.
Oh, so it's not that they shoot them; they roll them. They like
Yeah, you can't stay on the platform.
they drop them.
Right. Yeah, dying is an interesting thing in the game. It'll basically anytime you go to a new fade-in screen, it will start you there when you die, I believe. So I'd start back right after the boss, but I just got full life.
Oh yes.
Falling spikes. You can barely see. There's just some miscolored ones up there. Like
But the
that
fact
one
that
on the
it's
next pillar is
It's behind.
miscolored.
It's behind your
yeah,
HUD, so that's not what I would call fair.
right. And here's the boss. One of the
Space
easiest bosses of the
Space
game. You don't even really have to worry about dodging his hits as long as he doesn't land on you. Just move to the side, take the hit, and just keep swinging because you deal like 10 damage to the one you take.
Just keep swinging. Just keep swinging.
Yep. And that's that boss. Now in the future, some bosses you actually have to start dodging though.
Well, I would hope so. I would hope things actually get
Yeah,
halfway
yeah.
difficult later on.
So yeah, that's the Act 2. We'll end up going back to Fillmore. They have more things to tell me. Rid of all monsters. Yeah, that one guy, her husband finally died though because he was apparently attuned to that monster we just killed. So sad things. People outside praising me in the shrine. Yay. So you
now-
can keep playing. As you notice, like, you know, the huts and stuff start evolving to higher end stuff.
Because that's how Civilization games
Fishing.
work.
Yep. Alright, so yeah, there's the scroll.
Boy, they sure love
And the
interrupting.
scroll in the wood, yeah. It's probably the only bad thing about this game when you're in this part is like, oh, okay.
Like, people, I have mighty god business to attend to.
So yeah, so there's the source of magic. Those are your actual magic points in combat. So now I can cast that fireball spell twice. So I can keep playing and develop this further, but I don't want to at the moment.
We want to go to our mighty
And
Sky Palace.
There's also a reason for that. Because
Wait,
if I go over to Bloodpool, Bloodpool after I do a bit of fighting and start developing will give me wheat, which will make the fields more lucrative in other civilizations. So I can then finish developing Fillmore and be even stronger as far as the population goes.
Oh, okay.
At least I believe that's how it's supposed to work. I don't know if it actually works in the code or not, but... So yeah, now we move on to the second act, Bloodpool.
Well, the second level.
Yeah, the
first
second
act.
level. Act 1 of the second level. Which also introduces just such a badass soundtrack.
Yeah. Now, this game also had a sequel, too, didn't it?
It did, and it did away with the town management aspect.
But,
It was just fighting this side-scroller type stuff.
I mean, like, it's not that the side-scrolling is bad, but the town building is what made the game unique.
I know. I rented it, and I was like, what the fuck is this shit?
this ain't ActRaiser.
Right.
Well, I do wonder, like, I mean, was that actually an Annex game? Just because I'm gonna find out.
I believe
real
it
quick.
was. I'm not sure if Quintet was on it or not, but...
That might be it. There we go. And this is another one of those franchises I would like to see come back.
That would be an awesome, like, you know, hey, we're gonna make this game again.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, like-
this involves the nice fun platforming of death.
yeah. This was a Quintet game. I mean, ActRaiser 2
ActRaiser 2 was? Yeah.
Yeah, it was a Quintet game.
I guess they're just like, nah, fuck those guys.
Yeah, it's actually I was wrong. They only made they actually only made 5 games. ActRaiser, ActRaiser 2, Soul Blazer, Illusion of Gaia, and Terra Enigma before they closed shop.
I saw that Robotron or whatever was on there too.
Yeah, I'm
Robo
actually looking
Trek
that
or
up
whatever.
real quick.
Like, I saw that in the list. I saw that they developed it too.
Yeah, I think maybe that. Yeah, I think you're right. They did develop it, but I think maybe they may have been folded into.
Oh, what? I wasn't on that.
Yeah, I
So
think they
as
may
you
have-
can see, the platforming is a little finicky sometimes. I do like how there's no fanfare when you die. It's just like, okay.
Well, it doesn't. Oh yeah, like in Castlevania.
Right. It's just like, meh, okay.
I think the worst one of those was Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Here's the boss of this stage.
It's a Manticore. Wait,
Yep.
is that? I think that's what that is. Oh, that was kind of useful.
Yeah. Magic's not useful till some of the later ones.
When you have more magic power too.
Yeah. This boss is annoying just because he likes to be like, oh, you're on that side? I'm not going to be on this side.
Yeah. Did you only have one shot with the magic?
I used one earlier, so yes.
Oh, okay. I must have missed that while I was looking up
Yeah.
Enix trivia and Quintet. Ooh.
Yeah, he will knock you into that pit at times too.
That's
So.
probably why that pit is there.
Yeah, this boss is super annoying.
But yeah, guess what? More fireballs and more jumping.
Yep. So yeah, it's a very slow just grind for this
Actually,
boss.
it's what I would call a tedious boss.
Yeah. And yeah,
Really?
I did the pattern
Really?
wrong. I did the pattern wrong. So yeah, you start at the halfway point of the level.
Which is nice.
Yeah, it's not
yeah,
too bad.
Yeah, Gundam, that was right. Yeah, published by Quintet. I was just wrong, but like I was just looking something up, said that they only did that. No, only did those 5 games. These were Quintet was probably like the Atlas of today. I mean of back then. Then again, Atlas was making games back then too. Can't think of any. Can't think of anything they made. I know they made some of the. I think they made one of the Hydlide games.
Maybe.
And we all know how amazing those are.
Alright, now I can get on pattern.
So annoying.
Yeah, it's like I can get the 2 hits in. It's just like, oh. I mean, you can get more in, but it's just like it's just so unsafe. It's like, all right.
See, and you are timed, but you don't really have to worry about that.
No, time's like time in Mario. It's not really a threat. It's just to prevent you from staying on a level for forever. It's like, oh, you don't want to actually play the game? We're gonna kill you. You know.
I always think that was like a relic from the arcade days.
Yeah, it kind of is. Because I mean, how many games now have time? You know.
If they have time, it's like it's part of a mechanic.
Right, right.
Like something like a boss fight will kill you in X number of times because he's poisoned the air or something like that.
Right, right. It's just kind of like, oh, okay.
I mean, you gotta love the sprite effect.
This one boss is just so annoying. Yeah, you can get 2, 3 hits a cycle easily. Beyond that, it's just like you might die. So
just
do you really want to do it?
Don't get too greedy.
Right.
And there you go.
But now he's dead. It's fine. Fortunately, if you actually game over, it just sends you back to the Sky Palace, and you just retry. You know, there's not. It's not like, oh, you gotta go reload your save or anything.
Yeah. The games by this company were always like that. I know Soul Blazer.
Right, right. It just respawns you and is like, oh, hey, try again.
Blood Pool.
Yep.
Which is similar to Deadpool.
Yeah. So they got a bunch of marshlands and they want sun to dry it up. That's kind of how they tell you what works on what miracle, like what works on what things is whatnot. Kill the bushes over here.
I was about to say, why do that? Oh yeah, because they need to go build there to kill the monsters.
Alright. So this one, I think, has 2 of these white devil layers. Which is annoying. Because white devils are annoying.
Oh man, that costs like 40.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's got the red devils. That's what it is.
Now, do they live in the castle?
They live down there.
Well, yeah, but I'm just looking at the castle there.
Yeah, yeah.
Or is that where the boss is?
That's where the second act boss happens. So yeah, you kind of want to manage your spell power as best you can because it takes a lot to do these. Yeah, they have 2 white devils and the red devil, so it's annoying.
Well, what did the red devil do?
Red devil will destroy crop fields.
And the white devil
destroys houses. Teddy is worried. They're worried about
him being too curious, and therefore
it's just foreshadowing
that he's going to become evil.
No, it's just he's gonna get in trouble.
Or basically you're just like, as God, you're just like, I know where this is going.
Yeah. So yeah, the sun costs, I think, 30. Yeah. So yeah, it's a fun little game though. I always found this part fairly relaxing. I don't know why there's just wild horses sitting there. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Well, I think the shooting stage, I think like, just like running around and... Actually, I think the people can actually get the horses.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It might be an event. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think like flying around like that is sort of zen in that
Right.
in that respect.
It's just when the monsters are like, oh no, I'm gonna fuck your shit up. That's when you're like, wait a minute.
Like, that's not the kind of game I'm playing.
Right. So they sealed that monster lair.
Now, do you have to use you have to use the bridge, and you only get one shot of that?
Oh yeah, that's what this is for.
They're basically about like, we don't
They
know
don't know how to
build
build bridges. Teach us
But
how to
we-
build bridges.
but we know what a bridge is.
Right, right. So yeah, you use the bridge, and then now they can build bridges.
But you can't use that anywhere else. You probably don't need.
Actually, I don't think you need to. I think you might be able to go and get the technology again, though.
Okay, if
Like
you
if I
need
go
it.
back to Fillmore, they'll have another offering.
Oh, okay. Give me more bridges.
Yeah. I know, like, I believe Bloodpool here will give you wheat, which is why I went here before I finished off Fillmore.
Right, right.
Yeah, yeah. They know
There you
they
go.
have wheat, so I can always take, like, that'll always be a permanent offering for me to take is wheat.
Oh, okay.
So if I go take an offering, they'll have wheat. And I can take more than one, though.
Oh, okay, okay.
Like, I can go take it again if I wanted to right now.
See, as much as I do like that, it's a bit more of a I don't know. It's kind of a chore, you know.
Kind of, but it's, you know. I mean,
I get it.
that's one. Yeah, that's one of those things. It's just programming limitation type.
Oh yeah,
You know.
sure, sure. Like I wouldn't call it
Not
like
so much a
problem.
limitation, but yeah, it's just what they had. You know, the way they figured out how to do it. Yeah, that guy. Yep, you just saw that happen. That's what the White Devils do.
Go kill the monster lair.
Yeah, if you don't actually tell them to go to the monster lair, they won't seal it, even though they're next to it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Well, they're probably terrified, and they need the
Yeah, that little, hey, go do this.
they need the grace of God in order to know that they're protected.
So there's one mechanic I haven't covered. You do have hit points in this section, as you notice. Teddy's run away from home, cannot find him, and they've made him a loaf of bread. So, but one thing about the hit points, if I run out of hit points, I can't shoot my arrow for a while.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of annoying.
Oh, they'll just
So
teach
yeah,
the
they
Phil-
teach them how to do wheat, but I can bring it to other lands. I could also just go back. So yeah, it
Yeah,
gets
this is-
kind of very multitasky.
This is one of those games that like I really liked, but I was never able to finish as a kid.
It is somewhat different, or difficult. So yeah, see, I can take wheat again if I want to.
Right, right.
That I believe is because Teddy was gone, so things were sad, you know.
Well, now later on, because like
So
not
there's
every
Teddy.
town's gonna, not
So-
every town's gonna be able to build a road to here.
Right,
in order
right, right. In fact, no other towns can. So basically, bread appears from the sky, and it makes him say, "Oh, that's my mom's bread." So he runs back home.
Like, God dropped bread on me.
Yeah. So trying to find the lake was poisoned. And he found a skull in the cave. So No, I could. I lost my hit points. I can't do anything, and I couldn't open my menu because town was under construction. Like that's another thing. When that town, when any of those messages are on screen, you cannot open your menu. Because I was just gonna do that. But since I couldn't open my menu, I couldn't do that, so I lost the wheat field.
Gundam was asking, what is the what's the
faces in the upper left? Yeah, that was because of Teddy missing. Like when something like that's happening to the town, people get sad or something. Like if you saw when the fire was happening, it was only happening to one house, but a bunch of them were like, "Oh my God, fire! No, bad things." So fortunately, it's not too bad off. I just need my hit points back. Because I can't stop.
Yeah, you can't do crap right now. Because...
Right.
Wait, well, don't you have a bomb?
I used it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
I think it glitched out on me, so I couldn't quite tell.
Oh, yeah. I used it right after I was complaining about everything. Alright, so now that's happening, and then I can kill this layer afterwards. And we'll be alright.
Now the different layers produce different monsters. Is that what the symbols are for?
Yeah. They found a strange statue, so they found another bomb. Yeah, it has different things. So I'm gonna use that skull offering. Did I not take it?
I don't think you did.
Okay, yeah. Magic skull. Jewel can destroys a monster's lairs. Can even destroys a monster's lair. Typos.
Japanese translations.
Yep. So we'll take the bomb because those are good. I don't need any more wheat though. So yeah, I got the power of the angels. So now I'll be like one shot. All that fun stuff.
And this is the one where you can't kill it any other way than using the
Pretty
skull.
much. I mean, I could sit here for like 3 hours just killing them, and it might do that. But so yeah, I killed the monster lair. The pool is no longer poisoned.
And yet the town is still called Blood Pool.
You know. So they found a scroll. Yeah. Something dreadful occurs. A monster appeared in the old castle and demanded a sacrifice.
A sacrifice!
What's up, Doom Ranger?
See,
One
Doom
to be
Ranger's
sacrificed
gonna raise
is
axe
Teddy.
with us.
So yeah, he's demanding people to be sacrificed, and I need to go stop that.
So many people sad because of sacrifices.
Right. So let's take their last offering. Magical Stardust. To me is the best magic in the game. Oh, so you don't want it. I love that. Where it's like, oh, so you don't want it, huh?
Like, no, I want it, you stupid people.
Alright, so Magical Stardust. I typically keep this equipped and never change it. And I think once you see it in action, you'll see why. So let's go fight.
Nuke?
Let's go fight this dude. No sacrifices for him.
Well, you could. Well, like he can have a sword in his head if he wants one.
Yeah, that'll be the sacrifice. So yeah, now we have the whole nice castle level.
And I love the backgrounds in this game.
Yep. Oh yeah, the art, the music, I mean the whole game is really superb.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's just such a unique game that you're like, wait, what? You know?
I don't know anybody who thinks this is a bad game.
No, I've never heard anyone be like, oh, ActRaiser, fuck that game. You know?
Everybody's like, oh man, that game's awesome.
Right.
Even the monster designs are kind of interesting. Like, I know those things look like Medusa heads, but they're not.
Right. Then you have fun.
Oh no, not a dark level.
Yeah, a little bit of darkness. Oh my god. Stop.
And you can't drop under ledges.
No, you can't just drop down, so.
And unfortunately, you can't duck by that guy.
Fortunately, that was full life. Like, the life ups are an apple, a half apple, or like a quarter apple, and that's like full apple is just you fill
Okay.
up the entire life.
Okay, your time was like really low.
Yeah, time is per screen, too.
Okay.
So like I have 200 seconds when I got onto this screen,
Right.
but whenever I do anything that'll fade out the screen, I'll have a new timer.
Huh. Like, you don't even need to kill some of these guys.
No, I could probably just go without it, but
Hey, it'd be more annoying, like, if they shot with, like, a 3-round burst.
oh well, yeah.
That would suck.
These guys with infinite reach and lightning rods in the water.
See, because of course there's a lightning cannon. Who designed that?
People saying we don't want you to go down here.
I just keep looking at that and I'm just like,
Well, it's actually somewhat good game design though, because it's death pit if you fall down there.
oh yeah, no, I get it. I'm just looking more of it from an aesthetic and
Oh yeah.
and an actual castle design. I'm just like, nobody's gonna swim in through the moat. You're okay. You're fine.
Right. And I went too far.
Speaking
I
of
was trying to get over to that thing on the left, but yeah. It's like, no, we're not gonna spawn the platforms you need, so you're gonna die.
And unfortunately, that's kind of a problem with games of this type.
Yeah, that happens. Yeah, these guys are just like, fuck you.
But then you're like that too, because you just ran down.
Yep. Then long armed skelly man. It's baby Dalsum's skeleton.
Is that an actual skeleton, or is that like, I mean, is that his arm, or is that a spear? Because that looked like a spear to me.
I don't know. I thought it was his arm, but
Hey, the only thing that could be worse
Alright,
if he
so
was
I'm
flopping
a-
around like a goddamn flea man from Castlevania.
yeah, I'm gonna say screw that thing on the left. It's probably a 1-up, but considering I died getting it and might die again trying to get it, it's just kind of like, is it worth it?
Well, and you've got 2 lives, so it's
Oh yeah.
so it honestly was probably health.
Might have been, but yeah, if you see I'm down to 80 seconds, I go to this new screen, I have
Right,
200.
right.
Yeah, that's his
Okay,
arm.
you're right. That is his arm. It just it looks like he's throwing a spear. I mean, like, you know.
So yeah, we got the Mega Man disappearing blocks.
No. These aren't Mega Man disappearing blocks, because those blocks disappear completely.
Yeah, still the same principle.
In principle, yes, but at least you know where to jump. And there's your health up, so that'll help.
Yep.
There you go. Be a boss coming in a second. Gotta be.
Yeah, the stages are not very long, so. In fact, yeah, here's the boss.
It's a wizard.
So, unfortunately, the magic I have isn't the best on this boss, but I'm still probably going to end up using it at some point. Yeah, he has those 2 attacks he'll cycle through, going on a random platform.
I love how the people in the town basically said a monster moved into the castle. That's not. I don't think that's a monster.
Well,
That's dude.
so that's the magic, is it does all sorts of that. So I actually
Great for that guy.
I actually got very lucky right there because he has a second form.
Oh God, really?
Yes, he is a monster. He's a werewolf. And when he gets to about
okay.
half life, he'll teleport to the middle and transform to the werewolf, but because I killed him before in the middle of his attack, that didn't happen.
Oh, okay, that's good.
So yeah, that was actually kind of interesting. I didn't expect that. So yeah, now Bloodpool's gonna be like, oh yay, no more monsters. And another scroll.
Source of magic.
I believe so. So now, I'm gonna sit here for a little bit, though.
You gonna make it rain?
Well, that's what restores the crop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, you can do all sorts of things. There's still possibly some secrets to discover here. I don't remember if there's anything left or not.
I was about to say the cave, the something with the cave, but that's where the little boy was.
Yeah, the cave was part of the castle thing, I think. It's really interesting how it's just like, oh, we have this one little house here on this, because everything is a gridded square, and this is a square. And it's like,
right,
oh yeah,
right,
we'll just have that one place there. No roads, you know.
But that's actually the interesting thing about the game design. It's like you can't tell that just by looking at it.
Right. So it's also interesting in how the roads are built. Like I don't know if you noticed, but it went here and it built this one road this way. But I can have a road going up and down, but I have to come from it from above to do that.
Huh.
So like if you want to grid the road, you actually have to do a little more micromanaging of the building type stuff.
Does that do anything for you?
I don't know. Now they got something to tell us. Bitter with selfishness and quarrels and fights. So yeah, this is something that kind of makes you say, "Oh, hey, you should move on." So yeah, we're done here. But we can go back to Fillmore for a little bit, and now you can go observe the people, and that's how you get back to this section. But now we can move them around a little more. Actually,
do they have the wheat?
They do. They do. You can see the fields are different now.
Oh, okay.
They're that light blue instead of brown. So yeah, they've already changed everything to wheat. I think that's all that really needs lightning. Yeah. So now it's just letting it develop a little more.
And you can't lightning the actual forests?
No. These big ones you can't do that. It's only those small bushes that. So yeah, it's always worth kind of going back and revisiting, get that extra hit points and levels, because especially the end boss is, oh my god, difficult.
Yeah. you could cause an earthquake.
No. No.
No, don't want to.
So yeah, you see as I built that extra road just because, yeah, more roads. So yeah, it's always worth going back. It doesn't take very long for those cycles to come through with no monsters or things happening.
Now, unfortunately, they don't build on their own.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, like when you were away building blood pools.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. They
won't.
They won't continue to develop. You have to direct them specifically. You know, I don't know if there's some like algorithm method that's most common or effective or anything like that. You know, that's more for if you trying to speedrun it. I guess you should look up.
Well, I don't think it really matters because the population is the global population.
Right. But if you're trying to squeeze out a certain amount from certain thing, you know.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I like my things to have roads. So I move up road.
So what you're saying is you're a little
OCD.
Yeah, a little OCD about your roads.
Little bit.
Or should we say road CD?
Yeah.
Road CD.
So,
oh,
yeah.
did you get that? Did you get the scroll from Bloodpool?
I don't know if I did.
But I think you just want more. You just want roads.
Well, yeah. Each one is also a section they can build on. So these are empty sections, which is why you do that.
Yeah.
The road thing is just going back over things that already have a road built to make it across.
Yeah, and you don't really have control over like where the houses are built. So.
Yeah, I'll probably grab that scroll and then maybe do a little bit of the next area, and that'll probably be the show. However, I might keep playing and streaming as a bonus thing.
Because it's kind of a good game.
Yeah, it's an amazing game. Like, it really is just so much fun to play, and I haven't played this in forever. That some of the later levels are just a lot of fun to play.
And you said you did or did not finish this game?
I have beaten this game a few times.
Okay. Yeah, this is one of those ones I should get down and actually play.
Right. The last boss is quite challenging to fight sometimes. Yeah. Like it's kind of weird when you think about it, because I'm like, these are like speedrun strategies that I developed as a kid, and I wasn't trying to speedrun. It's just that's what worked for me to beat it, you know? Like the last boss, I time my deaths. Like actually, I'm like, oh no, I'm going to die on this boss, and
it's the ever popular death sacrifice.
Yeah.
Like, okay, well I'm gonna die here because it'll refill my life.
Right. I'm gonna die at this specific time because it refills my life and gives me a better chance to get through the rest of things. I believe that's everywhere that.
I was about to say, is that a fully upgraded town?
Yeah, that is fully developed. I don't think I can do anything else, but I can sit here for a few cycles, and it'll still keep growing. I don't know if there's an actual hard cap or anything, or how that all works.
I'm willing to bet there is a hard cap.
I know as things go on from experience, like if I were to earthquake, I would lose most of this and I wouldn't get it back.
Oh.
Like, I could sit here for hours and I still wouldn't be back to this level.
That's because your people know the wrath of an angry god.
So I know there is kind of a hard limit to it where it'll eventually just be like, no, you're done, no more.
You can't level up here anymore.
Like that one, it just cycled and nothing happened.
Right.
Like it's hard to tell if you're not playing it, but there's a very slight little hint of lag. Like right there, you see that pause? That was the timer cycling, and again, it's not developing. So I might be at the limit. I probably won't get much more out of this. There's another one, you know.
There's no way, you can't tell them where to develop because
I know. Just road OCD. I saw that opening. I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, that's pretty much. I mean, there's still places they can build.
But you don't
and like, I could even like maybe lightning and destroy these houses, and they might rebuild them as better ones. But yeah, not really.
Now,
so take any offerings they have, nothing to offer.
If you do earthquake somebody, or if you do lightning like the houses, will that lower your population?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think you can de-level though. I'm not sure.
I was about to ask. Yeah,
I'm not sure. So yeah, we'll go to Bloodpool, pick up that scroll, and then move to the next level real quick. Pick up offering. What did they have? Wheat, source of magic. Yeah, that's always nice having. Oh, so you don't want it.
But you took it!
I know. There is a zoom in and out feature here. I'm not sure. There it is. So you can actually zoom in to a smaller view. Like I said, that's really cool that it actually has your specific town saved.
Yeah, that's really cool.
You know. There's actually one thing right there. That's the corn or whatever, not wheat. And I can change that. But we'll go back out. Now this is kind of... I'm not sure. I think this is supposed to be the 3rd. And this is like the 5th.
But you can go anywhere.
You can kind of go anywhere. And since, you know, if you're just like moving over here and you move left, you come to this. So it's kind of weird.
I think that, to me, that personally looks like a trap.
Right. So, yeah. Go to Cassandra. This is one of the slightly more difficult platforming stages.
We solve problems by dropping the master on them.
Yep. So yeah, this one gets annoying because you have these spike plants to fall over and all these angled
cool
platforms and yep. Oh yeah, and just fire genies just floating in the
fire
air.
Genie?
Yep. Just like no. I'm gonna mess your shit up.
See, I still say those little blue guys are moblins.
Might be. Then you have these nice little sand dunes that are flowing. So
Oh,
you're
yeah.
gonna fall
Yeah,
downhill, and the rose traps, and yeah. This is an interesting level.
Just those little touches that, like, yeah. So still like earlier, how when you were back in Bloodpool, they're like, we're a town of rivers, but we don't know how to build bridges.
Yep.
Dumbasses. And I'm pretty sure that's what the first people, with rivers invented was bridges.
Yeah. It's like, how can we get to the other side? I don't know. Swim?
Well, the point is, they know what the concept of a bridge is.
I know. So yeah, here's the fun platforming part, because death pits everywhere.
And also,
And flying
goblins
enemies.
that will jump on you.
Yep.
Ugh, such bullshit.
Oh, and then these weird shrimp dudes. So yeah, there's a number of enemies that'll hide in a place like that, but there's only one. It's not like infinitely spawning.
Oh, that's good at least.
So like in the very first level, they had like the little mosquitoes or whatever.
Yeah, those, yeah.
Yeah. And they would hide in the trees, but there's only that one there. So if you killed it, you were good. It didn't have any more.
See, if this were on the NES, those would be infinitely spawning.
Right. So
Now,
that
does
was
stay
magic.
Forever?
I don't believe so.
Or is it temporary?
I
just
believe
for the
it's
stage?
just for the stage.
I still can't believe they gave you the screen nuke so early.
Yeah, it's the magic they give you. These hitboxes are crazy on these people.
I don't know. Yours is kind of weird too.
Yeah.
Like that. Like he was at least a couple of pixels off of you.
I don't know. I'm not going for it.
It's like I better not risk it.
Yeah, especially the sword hitbox. Like that one was like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, the hitboxes are a little big in this game.
Do you think it's weird that they don't give you a double jump though?
Yeah, it's not needed. Like, and now we're at the boss.
Are you fighting a Sarlacc?
Kind of.
Yeah. Why don't you just nuke the thing?
That's what.
That's what the magic is there for.
Yeah. So boss dead. Yeah, that's why I like this magic. It can do so much damage, but where the meteors hit are completely random.
Oh, okay.
So
the ever popular.
yeah, the antlion. So yeah, you can actually cast that magic spell, and like I could have not hit that boss at all, just due to the luck of where they land.
Right. I can see that. So I'm guessing here you have to rain the desert away.
Yes. Send rain.
Yeah, please wash away all. Yeah.
Video games are always, Yeah, me too.
I'm telling you, they're Sarlaccs.
So yeah, this one's got some red devils that are being annoying. Got bats.
Did that thing
And
just,
white devils.
Did that thing just spawn?
Yes, the desert will covers up the monster layers.
Oh.
The bushes did in Bloodpool. They cover, the red devil layer was in the bushes, and you couldn't see it till you killed the bushes. So yeah, I need to actually develop too.
Well, you need to rain everything out before this.
Well, you can start and kind of do both at once.
Yeah, that's true.
Now this is one though, you can actually delay the second act for pretty much indefinitely, except you can't beat the game if you delay it all the time.
What's the delay?
I'll get to it in a second.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Ventured in the desert, lost their way, lead them to us. So yeah, that's one thing they ask you to do is developed to those people.
Lead them to us. No, we will. I will lead you to them.
Right. So yeah, this one, you know, like I said, these levels get annoying just because enemies are always trying to fuck up your shit. So one thing I want to do is use the wheat.
Oh, just give them wheat?
Yeah.
Oh, well, hey, but at least you get a,
So
at least you get an angel
use
arrow
wheat,
out of the deal.
and I can select the thing, and now it becomes a wheat field.
Now, do they have wheat completely now?
I believe so. I believe anything they build in the future will be wheat.
Oh no, God gave us bread.
Yep. Gonna make everyone fat.
Carbs! Everyone on a carb diet.
Yep. So yeah, it gets kind of hectic sometimes with some of this stuff where you're just like, oh, I need the rain, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to stop this. Which makes it fun.
Well, and the fact that you have to kind of like pause the game basically to activate a miracle.
Right. Yeah, my goal is always try to get rid of the monster layers as quick as possible.
Well, it's a good goal,
You
and,
know.
I'm pretty sure that's those MLG speedrunning strats.
Right.
Can you perform a 360 no scope with your angel? It's like, no, because the angel doesn't know what 360 is.
Right. Alright, so that's done. Yes, I want to send rain.
Could you just keep sending it?
Well, yeah.
But you had to shoot down that angel. I mean,
Right.
that devil.
Right. It's a balance act of doing miracles, finding the monsters, developing, you know.
Yeah, I could definitely see what you mean about the relaxing zen nature of this game.
Right. Even though it gets hectic, it's like I'm still just super relaxed just playing this part. You know, it's like even when shit goes bad, it's just like I'm still just zen.
Yeah.
I think part of it might just be the music, which I know you can't hear through Skype, but I know you know what it sounds like.
I do. Yeah, I've definitely played this one.
Yay, my level has increased.
Hey, you've got the Nazca lines in this town.
Yeah,
That right there.
yeah, that's actually a hint for something else too.
Oh.
Like
Well,
there's
it
something else in the game that is hinting towards.
Well, I saw there was an island out in the ocean that looked like that.
Yes, and there's a hint in that Nazca lines.
I know it's expected. It's always expected.
Aww. He died.
He died as he lived.
Yep.
In his house.
So they have invented music.
Okay, what is it with Quintet games and rebuilding the world?
I don't know, but it's what they are.
I mean, because like all of them have to do with rebuilding the world.
So yeah, I'll finish off this and show what the music's for, and then I think I'll call the show. But I'm gonna keep playing.
So what, do they want music?
No, they have music. They invented music, and the music changed.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
whoops. Oh well. So that pyramid right there, if you don't uncover it, you won't trigger the Act 2 boss.
Oh, is that where the Act 2 boss is?
Yes. So yeah, they're kind of telling you a little bit about it. I thought it was in a different location than where it was. But if you don't actually send the rain to uncover it, the Act 2 boss thing will not trigger, so you can develop this town a lot further. But I misremembered where it was at, so...
You mean, I wonder, it could be random.
No, it's not. It's always in that same place.
That would be cool, though.
Yeah.
See, what would be nice in this game would be able to, like, select your miracles like Mega Man. Like, using the shoulder button.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
See, it is kind of weird that they build tents and they also have huts.
Yeah, well, the tents are the evolved huts, like...
Oh, okay.
Like, they built huts at first, and then they moved into tents when they leveled up.
Oh, okay.
Because, yeah, whenever they steal a monster level, it's like, the civilization level has improved. And then they start building better houses and whatnot. Now, one nice thing, though, is whenever something's happening, monsters won't spawn anymore.
What do you mean?
Like, see, when Sealing Monsters is happening, town development, miracles, monsters will not spawn during that time. Now, of course, they'll still be active if they're already spawned, but...
Right.
Alright, now it's like, yeah, strange statue, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, now...
These god bombs were made in a factory.
Yeah, now everyone's sad because... the pyramid is enticing people to go into it.
Okay, that's some Call of Cthulhu shit right there.
Right. So yeah, that triggers the whole Act 2 is uncovering this pyramid. So if you leave that desert, you can actually sit here and develop everything without it being sad and slower and whatnot. So I'm going to do two things real quick. I'm going to take the music. And that we need to go use somewhere. Oh, so you don't want it.
Oh, so you don't want it.
Yeah. So now we can go back to Bloodpool and fix the whole fighting thing with music.
Oh, because they need music?
Yes, they need music to stop fighting.
I give you the gift of music. Here, have wheat.
So yeah, now all that's done, so you could continue developing this. But yeah, that's ActRaiser. It's really fun.
Man, I love this game.
Yes, it is a really amazing game. It's a lot of fun. I highly recommend playing this one if you haven't.
I would dare say it is a classic on the SNES.
Oh yeah, probably. Like, it's definitely up there.
Well, the fact that the SNES already has so many amazing games.
Right, it really was kind of phenomenal how many good games were on the SNES.
Yeah.
Like, there's not a lot of games that, you look at and you're like, oh no, that game was shit. You know? I mean, I'm sure there's some.
Oh, there's plenty.
I mean,
there's plenty of bad games on the SNES.
But, a lot of those were games that you just looked at and you're like, no, I know this is going to be bad.
It's like, yeah, I know this is bad going in.
Right. Not like, oh, this looks like it might be good, and then you play, you're like, what is this shit?
Yeah.
So, I'm going to restart the stream. That's going to be it for the show. But I'm still going to continue streaming and playing for a while. So, the stream, and I will be right back. Hang on there. And I'll see y'all next time.
Yep.